The Houthis have launched major attacks in Yemen and Saudi Arabia, sparking concerns that the West Asia crisis will continue to spiral. The Iran-aligned rebels have claimed responsibility for a major missile and drone operation against the Saudi-backed government forces in Yemen, killing dozens of troops. The Thursday's strikes on military sites, including some run by Yemen's emergency forces, are the deadliest in years in the country's civil war. And military sources have put the death toll to as high as 58. And the Houthi attacks were not limited to Yemen. Another Houthi attack on southern Saudi Arabia has left at least about 11 civilians injured. The Yemeni military sources have said that the Houthis fired at least 8 missiles from the Al-Jaf governorate targeting Al-Tinya and Al-Abr in the Hadramout and Al-Ruq in Marib. The sources said that the casualty numbers are expected to rise. Separately, the Saudi-led coalition has said that a Houthi attack on the border of the Saudi city of Najran has injured 11 civilians, including a woman and a child who ended up losing their lives. The Houthis claimed that they carried out the missile and drone strikes after observing a large Saudi military build-up in these areas. And the Houthis have further claimed military camps, weapon depots and vehicles were destroyed. Yemeni sources had said recently that they believe that Saudi Arabia is preparing for a major military offensive against the Houthis by sea and possibly by land in central Yemen.
The Yemeni Houthi armed forces warned the criminal Saudi enemy against committing any foolishness against our country and people, and it will bear the consequences of any escalation. We advise those among our countrymen who have been misled and deceived to leave the Saudi enemy's camps and return to their home regions before it is too late.
Now, the attacks have come as Yemen is increasingly drawn into the US-Israeli war with Iran, with the rebels stepping up attacks against both the government forces and neighboring Saudi Arabia, as well as imposing a naval blockade in the Red Sea. The Houthi movement controls Yemen's capital Sana'a and also much of its Red Sea coastline. The tensions between the two sides date back to 2014 after the rebels took control of Sana'a. In 2015, a Saudi-led military coalition had intervened the following year. In 2022, a United Nations brokered truce between the Houthis and the Yemeni government, supported by the Saudi-led coalition, while it significantly reduced fighting until now. It never evolved into a permanent peace agreement. With missile attacks, a naval blockade and also a fresh airstrikes, that 4-year period of relative calm has effectively now come to an end. Meanwhile, a senior Saudi official has said that Riyadh expects Houthis and the Iraqi militias to launch coordinated attacks on Saudi civilian sites pretty soon. Now, Riyadh is seeking to deepen security cooperation with key allies while warning of an expanding regional threat from Iran-backed groups. Turkey, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan are due to sign a defense agreement in the kingdom on Friday.